Hey everyone. So when Tom Holland's Spider-Man 4 was officially titled Brand New Day at CinemaCon this year, everybody lost their mind, myself included. What does this mean for the character? There were so many things unanswered by the end of No Way Home. Brand New Day means new beginnings, a new style, a new story moving forward. Not to mention, it's supposed to release July 31st of next year. It just seems like everything we want is coming and coming at us fast. This is finally the time for Peter Parker in the MCU to get his true solo story where nobody else needs to be in the movie with him. Nobody needs to help him out. This is him figuring out his own life journey now that everybody he loves is gone. But as more details begin to be revealed for this movie, I can't help but have this feeling that we're headed towards a big mess. Let me explain. The most immediate red flag is the ever-expanding cast list of this thing. We have Tom Holland returning as Peter Parker with Zendaya and Jacob Batalon returning as well, plus Jon Bernthal reprising his role as the Punisher. Not to mention, just a couple days ago, it was revealed that Mark Ruffalo is going to be returning as the Incredible Hulk in this movie as well. And on top of that, Sadie Sink from Stranger Things fame is also going to be in the movie in an undisclosed role. It just all feels disturbingly familiar to the bloated superhero team-ups that have plagued the recent Marvel films. When your Spider-Man film needs to also accommodate the Hulk, the Punisher, his friends. Oh, on top of that, we're also getting Ramrod, Tombstone, Tarantula, Scorpion, and Boomerang. Great. Where exactly is the focus going to be on Peter Parker's personal journey? I thought this was the point of this movie. We were finally going to have a Spider-Man separated from the madness that was going to focus on building himself as a character on his own, fighting street level crime or whatever that may be, which I know a lot of those villains could easily pop up in an opening sequence to show us what Spider-Man's been up to since the events of No Way Home. But that is a lot of characters to include and figure out a purpose for. We've seen this formula fail repeatedly, from Spider-Man 3 to The Amazing Spider-Man 2, two films which I adore deeply. The internet hates to hear it, but The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is my favorite Spider-Man movie, but I can't not admit that it has a villain problem. But great Spider-Man stories work best when they focus on one core antagonist that mirrors Peter's struggles. Diluting that focus across multiple villains typically results in underdeveloped characters and rushed storylines. Not to mention, they just released a teaser where they gave the new suit that Peter Parker is going to be wearing in Brand New Day, and say what you want about the suit, it's fine. It's not the best I've ever seen. In a lot of ways, it just feels like it's trying to mimic the worst elements of the Andrew Garfield suit from The Amazing Spider-Man 2 and Tobey Maguire's suit. It's a lot better than what we've gotten in previous iterations of Tom Holland's suit, but it's still not great. But that being said, I can't just be shown a new suit and get excited. Not when it's overshadowed by all these extra details about the movie before we even get a plot synopsis. I know nothing about what this movie is going to be about, other than apparently Spider-Man, Hulk, and the Punisher are going to be fighting each other at some point in the movie. And I'm already worried that it's just gonna be too much. And the last thing we need from another Spider-Man movie is lack of focus. When your biggest reveal is what Spider-Man looks like rather than who he's becoming as a person, priorities seem misplaced. Destin Daniel Cretton is taking over from John Watts to direct this movie, and while I feel like that's a competent choice, I don't think he's gonna do a bad job. But that film largely succeeded due to its focused scope and clear character arc. And Brand New Day just seems to be setting up a much more complex juggling act, and I don't care how good of a director you are, if the story isn't there, if the script isn't right, then it's still going to come out as a mess regardless. The title itself is concerning. I mean, Brand New Day suggests a fresh start, but everything we're hearing points to more of the same. Multiple heroes, multiple villains, and the kind of interconnected MCU obligations that have hampered previous individual story arcs time and time again. My worry isn't that Brand New Day will be terrible. I'm more worried that it's going to be mediocre in the most frustrating way. Technically competent, but emotionally hollow. Packed with spectacle, but lacking the emotional character moments that make Spider-Man so special in the first place. Spider-Man No Way Home is a film that I love, but it is very flawed. It was good because it brought us these three iterations of the character on the screen together. It was my childhood dream come true. But narratively, did it make sense? Did it really work? Not entirely. That was a monumental event in comic book movie history. But I don't need that replicated every single time. What makes the other two Spider-Men important and what makes them valuable and what makes them so memorable is that they had their own individual stories. Tom Holland deserves the same treatment. I mean, he's already the first actor to get a fourth Spider-Man movie. This is an opportunity for him to branch out on his own, not only grow as a character, but show us a different side of the character than we've never seen before. I want to be wrong about this. I want this movie to prove that they can somehow juggle all of this and still provide a compelling story that moves the needle forward. Tom Holland deserves to not be lost in his own movie, and Spider-Man fans deserve to not have another overcrowded spectacle. But based on the evidence that we have so far, I'm sadly preparing to be disappointed. I hope I'm wrong. I hope this is the best Spider-Man movie we've ever gotten, but sometimes the most dangerous thing isn't the villain, but the studio's lack of restraint. But what do you think? Am I overthinking it? Do you think this is all going to work out in the end? It is currently 2 o'clock in the morning. I just wanted to come on here and sort of rant. I haven't gotten it off my mind since the costume reveal this morning and just thinking about everything that we've gotten about the movie. So I just kind of wanted to get my thoughts together and put this video out here for you guys to watch and hopefully start a nice discussion down below. Give me your theories, your predictions, your hopes for the movie. And tell me, I mean, what did you think about the costume reveal? Do you think the suit looks good? Do you think it's the worst we've ever gotten? Let me know all that down below. But until next time, I'll see y'all later. Peace out.